welcome to another Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. And boy, do I have a surprise in store for you. Because today I have Journey, Wrath of Demons. Now, why am I so excited about this? Well, to tell the truth, I wasn't excited at first. I had not heard anything about this, didn't really follow it. It's a big box uh, minis game, or at least one of the big selling points of this is the plastic inside. However, I found it on a bargain. You know me, I'm always looking for bargains, and so this was, I think originally retail was $100, maybe more, and I found it really for a steal on a recent online sale. So thought I'd pick it up, and once I picked it up, I started reading into it a little bit, and found that it's loosely based. I say loosely because it is more of a combat game, or maybe a little bit of a dungeon crawl of sorts. But it's loosely based on Journey to the West, which was a very uh, critically acclaimed, maybe some people argue the greatest of the Chinese classic novels. I mean, Journey to the West was published in the 16th century during the Ming dynasty, and the Ming dynasty of China was a very interesting time. A lot of stuff happening during that period, but the Journey to the West is a kind of a fanciful tale of four. Well, I don't know if they're necessarily friends, but four people that are, going to find the Buddhist scrolls. And China is a very interesting country in its religion, or rejection of religion, or adoption of religion, however you want to call it. Confucianism is really not a religion; it's more of a code, and actually was codified into their bureaucratic system. But they've the country over time has had Taoism and Buddhism and Hinduism and Christianity and communism. Well, that's not really religion, but anyway. So a lot of different themes going on in here. This is kind of a journey type story, a quest story, with great feats and very interesting characters, including one of the more iconic characters of Chinese history, the Monkey King, which you can see right there on the cover. So what started out as just kind of a dumpster dive or bargain hunting, I end up finding a very interesting game here. Well, at least I hope it's interesting. Also, this comes at a time where both my wife and my oldest son are in China, on their own journey and on their own quest during this time. So anyway, enough of all that. Let's get inside this box and see what we have. As you can see, it's a very, very thick box here. And and you can see here, there's a lot of stuff in it. I mean, here's some of the minis, as 21 finely detailed miniatures. 21 is not a huge number, but you can see they're really trying to sell the miniature point on this. There's cards in the game. There are tiles in the game. As I said, this is a little bit of a feel like a dungeon crawl or quest type game. And as I said, I really did not know anything about this. You ever have that happen to you where you don't know anything about something, and you see one thing about it, and then next thing you know, you just can't get it. It's everywhere. It's ubiquitous. Once I ordered this, and I saw it at a game store, saw it at a couple of game stores. I just started seeing it, everywhere I went. So anyway, do you have the power to change destiny, as it says here on the tagline? In a world overrun by demons, four pilgrims chosen by fate risk their lives it's kind of hard to read that print there, to undertake an arduous journey across the Terra to find the lair of the Bull Demon King. Each is driven by their own motives, but together they share the same goal: to banish the demons from the world. Okay, this doesn't say anything that it's based on Journey to the West, but just looking at the characters and looking at some of the themes here, and being somewhat familiar with the literature, That's what it is. Rooted deep in Chinese mysticism, the karma system allows for different players' styles, rewarding the virtuous but corrupting the wicked. Will your pilgrims gain the skills, weapons, and magic items they need to defeat the mighty bull demon king in Volcano City? So they have this new system here. They're calling it the karma system, which is interesting. I'm interested to see what that's about, because there was a system in The Others, which is one of my, I haven't really covered anything on that, but The Others by Simon or Come On Games, and Eric Lang is one of my kind of a guilty pleasure. That you would understand that if you know the theme of The Others. In fighting and miniatures type games, it's a one versus many, but there's this system where you can take on bad aspects or corruption to, I think it's called corruption, to increase your power. So like the more corrupt you get, or the more of this bad effect you take, you can actually get stronger. But there comes a point where you could just lose the game because you took on too much of it. So I wonder if this karma system is any similar to that or not. I don't know. So, but it just kind of harkens back to that when I read that. Let's get inside this box and see what we got here. And for those of you who are asking, I think the sale is over. But it was amazing how cheap this was compared. I got it really mainly for the plastic. And actually, I got something else during that sale that I might use as a giveaway, which, by the way, I have a giveaway. My very, very first giveaway was posted last week, and I need to bring that to a close very soon. So if you haven't got that, geez, it's hard to get this open. If you're interested in that or haven't got to that yet, please take a look at that. And as I said, I picked up a couple items that I either picked them up to either get the bits inside of them, or I might just do it a giveaway. So be on the lookout for that. I might get in this habit of sharing back to the community. So it's got a big, thick box here, good thickness. Here's the stuff you have inside. So right out of the box, or the first thing you see, is some of the minis here. And these are the 4 pilgrims. So there's the monkey king and your 4 pilgrims. This is relatively heavy here. So I'm looking at this. Oh, pretty nice. And I'm not a painter, but this is, kind of meant to be painted. But the fact that they're colored, it's probably going to be good enough for me. I'm not picky. I kind of have a hard time going back in the box. There we go. Look at that guy. I'll pop back in there. So I'll probably keep this insert, I would imagine, since it does hold these nice. It's kind of a lot of wasted space right there. Look at that. Now that looks formidable. All right, so there's that. There's some more minis here. I can just tell by the weight. Here are some of the tiles. Looks like this might be bridges or connectors here. Dual-sided. Kind of cool. We got some more of those here. Got another one here. So maybe they're going over water or going over lava. Here is the rule book. Here is the quest book. Very nice. Oh, here is some of your tiles and some of your counters. We'll take a look at that. Here are more minis. Let's see if there's even more down here. Nope, that's it. Just bottom of the box. So here are some of the baddies. What was it? The Bull Demon Clan or something like that. Look at that. That's pretty impressive. They'll have this like rectangular base too, and some of these have a square base. But I'm not a miniature aficionado, but they look pretty good to me. They look fine. For my purposes, and given what I paid for it, it's probably worth the price of minis alone here. Got some different types of in here. There we go. Very nice. Very cool there. Oop. Pop back in. So let's look at these. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, this is all the... Oh, geez, some stuff fell out here. Well, we'll see what that is. Maybe I better... Didn't expect all that to be dumping out. Oh, there's not minis in here. It's the cards. So we have dice. Look at that. Nice looking dice there. Okay. We have some mini cards. We have some of these. I wonder if one of those, I have to look in the box and see what fell out. Those are really small little markers there. Oh, maybe it's this punch out stuff here. So, because we've got some, looks like we're going to have to do some assembly here. These are your different pilgrims. There's the Monkey King. I imagine that's a bad guy. These are looks like he's got a punch out there too, or something. And these have, it looks like, or imagine we'll probably put a dial or something on that. Got some dials over here too, maybe. Not sure, but you got some punch out there. So we got, this is all the bits for it. So this is, I think this are the dials that need to be assembled that go with that. Here are your pieces to assemble those dials. And then, this is interesting. Kind of a yin and yang or something. This might be I think it's called something to do with fate. I'm not sure. Fate or karma. And these are those little mini decks here. There's a yin and yang. We'll take a look at that. And you got some bigger cards here too. So why don't we look at that while we're at it right now? How about that? Not bad card. A little bit of a linen finish on it. Not a big one though. I mean, not a lot. Got some different backs here. I wonder if these relate to the different pilgrims, maybe. Not sure. So maybe you have asymmetrical powers based on your cards. There's a cost in chi, so chi might be a currency to use some of these abilities here. And these are like the baddies. Shows you their attack range and some of their stats there. Some of them have some special abilities, it looks like. Maybe that's how it plays out on the board when you get to that. Let's look at these smaller cards here. I wonder if these are like, I would imagine some of these might be like the equipment and stuff you get. These are the bad guys. Looks like. Interesting. Let's see what we got in here. So if anybody's familiar with this game, love to hear. As I said, I looked a little bit on it and saw a little bit about it, but if anybody has, these are look like conditions. If anybody has played this or knows a little bit more about it, feel free to chime in on the comments here. These look like these might be conditions and stuff that happen to you. Burned, disabled, paralyzed, poisoned. Here's some equipment here. So the cards are there's a little bit of a linen finish. They're not they're decent quality. They're not paper thin. But they look fine. Kind of, you know, small, but fine. Don't know how to open these up here. Take a look at them. So given what I paid for, there's quite a bit of content in here. As I said, it might be worth just the minis themselves. Wild herbs, ginseng. So there's some stuff here maybe you need for potions or for remedies or something here. The art's not bad. Well, you get some bad stuff. So you got the yin and the yang. False ginseng. It's cool. Okay. So those cards there. Let's look at the... I usually do the rules first, but doing all the bits this time around. How about that? Let's see what we got here. Couldn't come out a little bit here. Ooh. Oh. There we go. A little bit tight there. Let's see what we got here. So we've got some counters. Decent thickness here. And double-sided. And then the rest of these, I think, are the tiles. Like this is basically the map that you're going to arrange. It's on a grid basis here, but the art looks nice. And these are double-sided as well. So again, I mean, the minis and these right here, I can use that for role-playing or Dungeons and Dragons or what have you. As I said, it's worth the price of admission just for that, but there is a game in here. I don't mean to discount that. I just haven't heard a lot about it. I don't know if this flamed out or if it was kind of went under the wire or, you know, got panned or something, but I just didn't hear much about this. Of course, I don't follow a lot of big box mini games. When I say mini games, miniature-based type games. That's not like the end-all be-all of what I typically look for, but if it's on sale, can you blame a guy? And then, well, that's cool looking. Very nice. Okay, so that is the tiles that you're going to be playing on. Now let's look at the rules. Let's see if there's a game in here. So here's the rule booklet. Need to clear some space for all this, right? Those are the smallest little tokens I think I've seen in a while. I don't know what to do with the punch outs. I'll just leave them there for now. Let's look at the rule book here. And I can go back in now for this. It is glossy, and here's a quick guide on the back, which is nice because that not wasted space. Looks like it's 39 pages, but that's with an index. Full color. Here's your game overview. Here's all the bits that come in here. Here's your component overview, talking about each of the bits. Here's game setup. Don't have a setup chart. Maybe it's in here later, but you would think they would have a setup chart. Well, there's different scenarios, so that might be in the quest book. So here's game definitions. Profile sheets, those are your characters that you're going to be playing, or the pilgrims. What all that means and how we need to set up those charts. Here's the demon profile sheet. So there's the baddies and their stats and what that means. Playing the game. Cards. Explaining those. Movement. Combat. Combat's a few pages here. Most of the game, it looks like. Demon AI. That's another reason I was interested in this, is that you can play the solitaire, because I think it's a cooperative game, and most cooperative games can be played solitaire. Most, not all. So there's an AI built in here, so that looked interesting to me. And there you have it. All right, so that's the rules. Now let's look at the quest book here, which is, nothing on the back, 27 pages. The table of contents. You got quest guide, the story. So the 4 pilgrims, the demons, the celestial creature. There's a special board for that. Here's the quest. Looks like there's 10 quests. And creating quests, so you can make your own. So this is, there's a do-it-yourself section here. Quest setup. The 4 pilgrims. The demons. And these are the different quests. So you're going to have a prologue, board setup, quest specific rules, victory conditions, and then an epilogue. Let's not read the epilogue, but you're going to have that for each one of these. There's 10 quests in here. Some of these get a little bit more elaborate. And then, of course, at the back here, you've got creating quests. And there you have it. So that is Journey, Wrath of Demons. Interesting stuff. So I think I did well for my purchase on this one. So anyway, that's what I have for you today on this Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. I might have more to come, but we shall see. Also be on the lookout for that giveaway, the one that I already have going, which is kind of a small one. It's just my first one to try it out. But there should be more to come. And there you have it. Journey, Wrath of Demons. I hope my wife and son are not having as difficult a time as these pilgrims had on their journey. Anyway, thanks all for stopping by. Take care. Thanks for watching.